Hi guys! So welcome to Tag Tuesday. Today I thought that I would get back down to the roots of what I used to love when I was younger and what I used to love a few years back when it was still big back then, and that is Harry Potter. So I'm doing the Harry Potter tag today. I know a lot of people have done it in the past, but I've never done it obviously because I've only just started YouTube, so I thought that I would do it today. So if you're a Harry Potter fan and you relate to any of this, then let me know. So the first question is favourite book. My favourite book in the series is honestly the very first one, Philosopher's Stone. Strictly because the fact that it was the first one in the series, it's really well written, and I was actually the first chapter book that I ever tried to read as a kid, because I used to be on picture books obviously, but my mum used to read this to me as a bedtime story, and I used to love it. So the series was the first series of books that I ever actually tried reading, and Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was the first chapter book that I ever tried to read as a kid. So that one's my favourite book. Next is favourite movie. My favourite movie is the last one in the series, which is definitely Hallows Part 2. I thought the graphics were amazing, especially compared to the first movies. The storyline is great. Just everything in that movie was really, really great, and I loved it a lot. So that one will always be my favourite Harry Potter movie. The third question is least favourite book. So I'm going to say that my least favourite book is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I also think that it is my least favourite movie, just strictly based on the fact that I find it the most boring. Sirius Black is awesome. So him and Buckbeak are the only good parts of that movie, and the Time Turner. Otherwise, I don't really like the book or the movie for Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it's kind of, yeah, gateway to the rest of it, but still. The fourth bit is parts of the books and movies that made you cry. So none of the books or movies actually made me cry, because it's not that sad, you know. From a scale of like a comedy movie, like any funny, hilarious comedy movie you can think of is at 1 in the scale, and The Fault in Our Stars is at that end of the scale. Any Harry Potter movie is like down here. It's like kind of towards the middle, but not quite at the middle, kind of. For me, that's where Harry Potter books are, and movies. But if any parts were, I'm just going to say what parts I think were the saddest. I think the parts were the saddest was when Snape was dying in the movie, in the book, and he turned out to be good, because you think he's evil the whole way through until that point, and then you're like, oh my god, he actually has a heart, and he's actually nice. So that bit was kind of sad. When Sirius Black died, that was another moment for me. Or when Buckbeak almost got his head chopped off, and I was like, oh my god, and then it didn't happen. But when I thought it was going to happen, I was like, no, why can't a person die instead? So yeah, I can't really think of anything else, but yeah. Next question is, if you could hook up with any of the HP character, who would it be? Honestly, I wouldn't go there with any of them. Yeah, I wouldn't go there with any of them. Like, maybe, I'm just gonna say none of them. Just not my type. Really. Next question is favourite character. My favourite character was Dobby. Oh yeah, that's another sad point in the movie, when Dobby dies. That was sad. Dobby's my favourite character. Or, what's another favourite character? I don't know. I'm just gonna say Dobby. Dobby is a boss. So Dobby's my favourite character. What would your Patronus be? So honestly, because I love wolves so much, and wolf is one of my favourite animals, I think that a wolf would be my Patronus, but I decided, in the point of just having a bit of fun, I was going to actually do a quiz to find out what it is. It's off BuzzFeed. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to do the quiz to find out what your Patronus is yourself. And I got the result of a horse. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. I got horse, and it says, you're loyal and smart, willing to take risks to... You're loyal and smart and willing to take risks for the sake of your friends and family. Your Patronus takes the form of a horse, the same as Ginny Weasley. You're an underrated badass, and enemies should be cautious of your hexing skills. I'm a badass. I'm good with that. So... horse apparently, but I would love to be a wolf if I had a Patronus. The next question is, if you could have the Resurrection Stone, the Invisibility Cloak, or the Elder Wand, which one would you choose? I'm going to say Invisibility Cloak, because I think it would be cool to be invisible and sneak around. You could loot shops. Not saying that I... not saying that I would do that, but you could be sneaks around. Yeah, I think the Invisibility Cloak is the best one, to be honest, out of the Deathly Hallows. The next one is what house you would be in. So again, I took a quiz, but honestly, if I got to pick it myself, I think that I would pick Ravenclaw. I think it's the underdog house. It's the one that Luna Lovegood's from. And it's the one with the least bullshit going on out of all of them. So I think I'd do Ravenclaw. But the result I got is Gryffindor. Like Harry Potter, like Hermione, and like Ron Weasley. It says, Gryffindor, you have a heart of a lion, you never give up, never back down, give everything 100%. Good things happen to you because you fight for them. When you stand up for yourself and for your friends because you believe in what is right, your energy is magnetic and makes you a natural leader. I wouldn't say that I'm a leader, but because I'm pretty independent. I'm not a group person. But I'm fine with that result, But once again, it's a BuzzFeed quiz. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to do the quiz. The next question is, if you could meet any member of the cast, who would it be? And honest to God, I would love to meet Emma Watson. She is just such a strong girl, strong actress, and I would love to just have a genuine, normal conversation with her. Yeah. I think she'd be a nice friend, actually, if she was friends with you. I think she'd be nice. Next question is, have you ever played any of the video games? I have. I used to play Chamber of Secrets and Philosopher's Stone on the PS1 at a neighbour's house a little while ago. I've also played one of the Lego games. I can't remember which one it is. And I've also played Order of the Phoenix, normal Harry Potter castle game thing. So yeah, I played some of the video games, and I've also been on Pottermore on the computer. Another question is, if you were on the Quidditch team, which position would you play? Honestly, guys, Seeker. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I'd be any good as a Seeker, but I do have this snitch. It's actually a 20 questions, and it guesses Harry Potter things and characters and places. It's pretty cool. Had it since I was like 8, but it's pretty cool. Honestly, I think I'd be good at hitting things. I'm pretty good at hitting things, so I think I would be a beater, so I can beat the ball up, and because I don't have particularly good aim, so I don't think being the chaser or whatever would be good for me. Seeker would not be good for me either, because I'm shit at catching, but hitting things, I think I'd be a boss. So I think beater is good. Were you happy with the ending? Honestly, I think it was good. I think it could have, the bad thing about it ending is that it ended, like Harry Potter was right from when I was a little kid. It was, it was my first favourite movie I ever had. It's the first book that my mum ever read me when I was little. It's kind of significant to my childhood, so when it ended, I think it was 2012, the movies, I was like, well, what happens now? And that was sad. But, I think the ending is quite good, considering everything. And the last question on this is, how much does Harry Potter mean to you? Honestly, obviously, I've been talking about how it was a massive, massive part of my childhood. I wouldn't say it means everything to me, obviously, but I'd say that it's quite significant. I still love it to this day. I could watch the movies over and over again. I could read the books over and over again. It's why I own the books. It's why I own all the movies. And I still play some of the video games. So Harry Potter is still quite big in my life. It's kind of like the Hunger Games and stuff for me. I'm still a fan. I just don't decorate my walls with them like I do with Five Sauce. So yeah guys, that is the end of this video. I'll be back on Thursday with a Talk Thursday video. And yeah guys, so that's it. Leave a big thumbs up if you liked it. If you've done one of these videos, leave a link in the description and I'll give it a watch. You can do this as well. I've left the questions in the description. There's links to the quizzes in the description as well. Leave me some comments of what you get if you do the quizzes. Leave me a comment and tell me what you got in the quizzes. And yeah, because we're all Potterheads at heart. If you were born at the 2000 time when it came out. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just gonna end this, guys. Bye!